I titled this video, Build a Plane in Flight, because here's the reality. Completion is better than perfection. And that's the only way you're going to learn. You got to keep in mind there's never a right time. All right. There's never a right time to jump in. There's never a right time to get started. The only time ever is right now. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So let's just jump into it.
Gotta talk about my life as I see it.
Thanks for joining me, guys. Now, if you're new here, my name is Jonathan Moore. I have a visual media company. I'm a creative entrepreneur, and I like to make videos like these for other creatives out there who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live. So today's video is going to be all about building the plane while you're in flight. Now, this is an expression. It's basically saying you got to learn as you go. All right. When you're getting started in your business, if you're starting a YouTube channel, if you're starting a blog, whatever it is, okay, you just have to build the plane while you're in flight. You got to learn as you go. That's the only way to do it. So let's talk about a few things that you should be doing and that you can do to help you learn, to help you grow, and to accelerate and get up and running. The first thing is that you just have to start. You just have to go, right? The only way that you can get anything off the ground is just by starting, okay? Now, I say that and it sounds so simple. Oh yeah, you just got to start. But I say that because I myself used to be somewhat of a perfectionist, okay? Especially when it came to, creating content. So videos and photography, that's my main thing, okay? And I had to learn that after a while, right? Completion is better than perfection, because the reality is that nothing is really perfect, right? Nothing's perfect. No one's perfect. Now you're trying to get as close to perfect as you can, or you're trying to get a product that you're satisfied with. But sometimes you just got to start. You just got to get up and running. For example, I'm in my new office here. I've had it for a while, and it's not really set up how I would want to set up, right? It's not set up like my home office is, right? Where I have, soundproofing or, acoustic treatment, whatever, right? I don't have the best lighting. I don't have the best angles, but the reality is that I put myself through a challenge. I said, I'm going to, make videos every single day, and I'm making them here in my office. Nothing is set up, but I'm just going. I got to build the plane in flight, and I still want to complete the task. So if I waited to get everything perfect, if I waited to get all the materials that I needed, I wouldn't get started, right? I'd be days and days behind on my goal. So that's why you just got to start. Now, the next thing that I would suggest is to learn, implement, and test. Okay. So whatever it is that you're learning, right? Whether you're reading a book, whether you're watching YouTube videos, whether you're taking a course, it doesn't matter. Any of the things that you learn, you have to take action on. Okay. You have to implement them and you have to test them, because when you're building up something, there's going to be a lot of different tactics and strategies that you're going to learn, but not everything is going to be working for you, right? Not everything is going to be suited for your business or your style of business or even your lifestyle. Okay. But along the way, the only way you'll ever figure that out is that if you implement and you test on it, right? So a lot of times you might see people who take courses or they like to learn, and they're career learners, right? They're always learning, they're always learning, they're always learning, but rarely do they take action. So you got to learn, take action, test, implement it into your system and see if it works for you. Now, if it does, great, keep it and build on it. But if it doesn't, just get rid of it and move on to the next thing. Following up to that point would be results equal success. Okay. So the only way that you're ever going to get success is if you first get results. Okay. And that is the implementation. That's the taking the action, seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. Okay. Because you're going to get results either way. Sometimes they're going to be good and sometimes they're going to be bad. Right. And then you're going to have a couple of times where it's in the middle. All right. But success or your results or your success is going to come as a result of your results. All right. I'm using results like over and over again, but you need to get some type of results, because then you can learn, then you can measure, you can see what worked really well and what just tanked and bombed and didn't do good at all. All right. What's worth investing your time into and what's worth not, or what's not worth investing your time into. Okay. And so first and foremost, you got to get results, because then you can study those results. Okay. But your results are going to equal success, right? Because the only way you can ever get to success is by first getting those results. And for my last point, which actually goes with the point that I previously just made, is you got to build and learn from the past. Okay. So that's why you have to get started. You just have to get started and you have to do, right? Like I said, completion is better than perfection. Okay. Or you can say perfection is the thief of completion, because sometimes when you're trying to get things perfect, by the time you get it perfect, you might be on to the next thing. You might not even be interested in what you were setting out to do because it took so long to get everything perfected, right? So let's just say you want to start a YouTube channel, okay? You don't need a lot of equipment. You can have your phone, all right? You don't need cameras, you don't need microphones, you don't need lights, all this other stuff. What you need is just something to get you started, right? That could be your smartphone and just getting out there and getting into it, right? And here's the thing about this. You want to do this because it might turn out that you don't even like it, right? You might say, I want to do this one thing. And then as you start to do it, you might say, I don't even like doing this. So why am I going to keep doing this, right? So that's why you at least got to start, right? Because the ideas are going to be floating around in your mind, right? And if you never start, it's always going to be like, oh yeah, you know, I could have did that, or I should have did this, or I should have done that. But if you just start, if you just go, if you worry about building the plane in flight, right? Okay. Trial by fire, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you call that. Trial by, I don't know. Either way. Okay. You want to just do it, because once you do it, you might learn that you don't like to do it, or you might learn that you really do like to do it. And then from there, you'll start taking steps to make it better so you can get closer to perfection. All right. But you first got to complete to get closer to perfection. So hopefully you found that video useful and helpful. And if so, give me a like, drop me a comment, and let me know where you're at right now on your creative journey. And for all my people out there who are trying to build a life on their terms and get it how they live, this is your man, Jonathan Moore, and I'm signing out. Peace.